You there, adventurer? Yes, you. Do you desire knowledge of immense worlds and arcane power? A codex of untold stories and lore? Or perhaps simply easy listening for your daily commute? Then feast your eyes, or, more accurately, ears, upon Dungeonpedia. Shit's about to get nerdy in here.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Dungeonpedia, an exploration into the lore of Dungeons & Dragons. We're your hosts, Llewyn Markell.
Taylor Stanfield.
And I'm Travis Peasley.
Who is still ill.
Still pretty ill.
Just a little bit. I'm still dealing with trying to get my voice back, which...
Just isn't coming back.
No, like, it came back for, I think, a day. And then after I got off work, it was...
You overexerted yourself at work.
Gone again.
Probably. I mean, he went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, it's probably just being a pain.
Yeah, she said that I probably just had a viral infection. Now it's just kind of dealing with the aftermath of it, so it's like, cool.
So there's like literally nothing to be done other than to just wait it out and wait for all of that lovely, lovely mucus to come out,
just
of
clear
his
out.
chest.
It's so fun. Being sick sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you feel better, right?
True, I do feel better. It's just
You sound
I can't
like shit.
talk.
Yeah.
You sound like shit.
He feels great. I mean, he got a ton of work done, and
Yeah, it's just when it comes to talking,
Yeah, that's always the last part that leaves you, though. Is
Yeah.
that's true.
that cough and just it sucks.
Because when I got sick last month, there were a few days there where I literally could not talk.
Yeah, it's yeah. And I was starting to get pre-sick at one point, and I couldn't. Winter's hard.
Winter's hard. Everyone make sure you got your flu shots this year. You don't want the flu.
Good God, no kidding.
Oh, I'm remembering when I think I had the flu last year. Anyway,
Not fun.
not fun.
Your research was...
Also, well, okay, I say not fun. It was fun.
It was fun,
But I realized pretty late into it. I'm sorry, there's going to be a lot of, caveats at the beginning of this episode. I'm very sorry, guys. But I realized pretty late on, not that mistakes were made exactly, because I didn't realize these things when they happened. But if I could go back in time, knowing what I do now, I would have done this a little differently.
Picked a different topic or maybe planned a little further in advance for the research?
I would have, well, for one, I would have pre-researched my research a little bit.
I know what you mean. We've all done it.
And then I would have also started in a slightly different place. Because this is actually a suggestion, was suggested by Ari Foxkit at Ari the Foxkit on Twitter. Thank you very much for your suggestion.
Yeah.
Which the suggestion was that I should cover the types of dragons that I briefly mentioned in the Dracolich video that I did.
Video?
Suddenly we've turned into a video.
Yeah, this is actually our first episode where we are recording our faces alongside it. So check out our... No, it's not.
No. That is the last thing people need to see.
I meant to say episode. Anyway.
Shut the fuck up, also.
You're right about that for me, Travis.
Shut the fuck up, Llewyn. I swear to God, what am I going to do with you?
Taylor, you look great.
Thank you. So do you.
Don't patronize me. So
what you're saying is Foxkit is the reason that
this is happening. You did this to me. No, you didn't. It's fine. I should have just... We appreciate the suggestion. But what had happened was I didn't realize that there would be as much content as there actually was.
Okay.
And also, so I made a comment in the Dracolich episode that there were new colors. Air quotes. There were new colors introduced of chromatic dragons, and I made a note that one of them was purple.
Purple.
Turns out these aren't new.
Oh.
They are a reclassification of dragons that have existed in previous editions that were known by different names. that were later reclassified as new colors of chromatic dragons.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I thought I would end up covering these new colors of chromatic dragons later on. Turns out they're not new. And then when I realized that these aren't actually new dragons, they're just new, or they're just going under new names, I didn't have time to go back and go to where they were originally introduced and like earlier editions they were in.
Right.
So for now, what you need to know, because we're not talking about them in this episode.
Oh.
We are talking about a special variety of dragons that are known as planar dragons.
Okay, so I will admit that I have some idea of what we're talking about, or at least I think I do, because there's a similar type to that in Pathfinder, where you have different type, like you have a celestial dragon and things like that.
That sounds about right. So this is a primer, maybe hashtag spoilers for the next episode of this that I'm going to do, because these types of dragon, not planar dragons, but these special types of dragons that many of whom were introduced at the same time, it's going to take me a couple of episodes. I thought I was going to be able to do them all this episode, and then Planar Dragons said, nope, there's like 12
Surprise.
of us. We're here.
There's more.
We're here.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So the primer that you need to know for this episode, because I'm going to reference these two colors of dragons, is that brown dragons are dragons that were formerly known as sand dragons. They sound like what they sound like.
Okay.
They live in tunnels in the desert. Their breath weapon is essentially a scorching, dusty desert wind.
Okay.
And they are also me, because they are lazy and their greatest love in life is exotic food. They're fun.
Okay.
They sound fun, actually.
They're fun.
I kind of like that. I like the exotic food.
Yeah.
That's real good color. I love it.
Yeah. And also purple dragons, which were formerly known as deep dragons, which are purple-colored dragons that live underground. A lot of them live in the Underdark, and they have psychic powers. So that's the primer of what you need to know, because I'm going to reference those colors in this. They will get a more in-depth explanation later on, but just for now, this is what I feel like I have to do for everybody to understand the variations on those colors. This is had I pre-researched my research, this would be the part 2, not the part 1.
Okay.
But this is going to be the part 1.
Yeah, we're doing a little 2-1, probably 3 action here.
So we're pulling a Star Wars.
Yes.
We're jumping in the middle, and then we're going to redo.
Yes, it's 1977, and
A New Hope is coming out.
A New Hope is coming out.
So you're getting all of the prologue that we're going to go back and do
later.
I assume you're going to be doing better than the prequels did.
I mean, there's going to be the same amount of like early CG, but I feel like I'm going to
pull it together a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to like maybe address some plot holes before they become a problem that people talk about 20 years later.
See,
I love Star Wars.
Me too.
And I love the prequels in a special way.
Yeah, same. Like, it's just a funny meme.
It's a meme. Prequels memes. You can hear more about that on our Star Wars cast. Just kidding. God. We don't have one.
We do not have the time for that.
We can't have one.
It would be just raw audio uploaded every week.
We would just be like screaming for half of it.
Oh, no. Okay, so let's get into, you said planar dragons.
Yes. Planar dragons.
Okay.
So, planar dragons are chromatic dragons that are transformed through various means as a result of spending a long time in a plane besides their native prime material plane.
Okay, makes sense. There's a special affinity in my heart for creatures that are transformed by the planes that they live in.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not originally from the planes, or from the plane that they're in, I guess.
You find them in usually.
They've just been altered to...
Yeah, and sometimes it is a physical alteration that happens. Like, they are physically altered by denizens of that plane. And sometimes it they're altered sort of magically.
Like through the plane itself?
Yeah, by like the essence of the plane. And sometimes, and this is why I find this so interesting, and I really actually did enjoy doing this, was because sometimes it very much just feels like a case of true Earth divergent evolution.
Nice.
So there's a lot happening. Also, for clarification, we are spending the entire day in 4th edition. I'm sorry, Travis.
But are you going to be okay?
I'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But I don't predict that I'm going to get really angry this time.
Here is my prediction on 4th edition and perhaps what will shape the rest of Dungeonpedia for like ever.
Uh-oh.
I think personally that 4th edition, when they create new things, does a lot of things really well. But when they are modifying old things, does not always do so well.
Or maybe reclassifying certain things.
Hashtag Dracolichus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna pull that up.
We're not gonna harp on that too much. I'm just letting you know we are spending the entire day in 4th edition because these were creations that all had their not inception, that would be when people thought about them, their release initially in the Draconomicon Chromatic Dragons, which I believe was released in 2008. That sounds right?
That sounds right.
I honestly don't remember.
I believe that's right. I'm sorry if it was like 2009. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we're gonna start in hell with abyssal dragons.
Oh, so literally.
Yeah, literally, we're going to hell.
Okay.
Well, we're making a pit stop in hell. So abyssal dragons are obviously dragons that find their way into the abyss, obviously. And one of them exists in a case where they are physically altered by the demons that inhabit the abyss. There's another kind that is altered basically by the essence of the abyss.
Okay.
And these dragons are described as, quote, little more than living siege engines.
Damn.
Which is like, whoa.
Primo.
So they really don't do much other than
fight.
They're just siege weapons.
Yes. So the first...
kind of sad.
It is.
It's about to get sadder.
Oh, no.
The first of these specimens are frost-forged worms, which are white dragons that are captured by demons to be improved, a.k.a. outfitted with cold iron plates that are driven into their bodies with nails.
Oh, no.
Jesus. I've actually heard about not like everything after, but their initial name I've read before. Mm-hmm. And was like, okay, that sounds kind of cool.
Less cool now.
A little less cool now, yeah.
I mean, they're white dragons, so it's still pretty cool, but...
Just what happened to them, not quite.
Not so cool.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Oh.
Because they're ice
dragons. It flew right over my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't think these cruel acts against dragons are cool.
It went right over my head, too. It's fine.
Plus, one note about this is that the sample stat block that they give is for a level 11, which... My interpretation of this is that these are younger white dragons, which like makes it worse too.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure about how exactly the CR ratings and everything go for 4th edition, but for like level 11, yeah, that seems like it would be pretty young for a dragon.
Yeah, especially since the next one we're going to talk about is level 21 or 23, I do believe.
That
21.
sounds more
adult,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of it's not specifically said that it is like younger ones, but that's my interpretation.
Yeah, that leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, so that's kind of my interpretation. So they're basically used as war machines by these demons to kind of like, because like there's always conflicts going on between like demons and the abyss.
Right. Know? I mean, there's conflicts within conflicts. And with demons.
And they have actually kind of like a pack of attending demons that like continuously, just like, yeah. So like, the dragon will try to like shake them off and they'll just keep like hammering these nails.
Keep going and
like they're very, it's not like the kind of relationship that a cult has with like their Dracolich, where like they want to keep it alive. Like these demons don't even care. They're just like,
if
go fight.
Yeah. Oh God. Like if they die, then they die, kind of.
Yeah, and they have like their white dragon like ice breath weapon, and they also have like kind of a pain frenzied state that they can go into. It's very sad.
Okay.
And also if charmed, they'll attack the demons, which is like you go, but very sad still.
Still, yeah it's still not a
great situation to be in.
No, this is not a pretty picture here for the poor white dragons.
Yeah. So another type that is less sad and scarier is the Death Mask Dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
Which is one that has been more transformed by the abyss itself than by demons. You know what I mean? Like it's like the essence of the abyss has changed this creature. It resembles a purple dragon, which, I mean, they're purple.
They're purple.
They're purple.
With a serpentine body sprouting a bunch of legs like a centipede.
Ooh.
It's a centipede dragon. Disproportionately small black wings that it can still use, but they're kind of like cute. Well, they're not cute. This thing is not cute.
I don't know. Like, just picturing that makes it kind of cute in my
Like, even if it's not cute, it is now.
Like, I love, like, when you see dragons with like like Dragonite, you know?
Yeah.
Disproportionately tiny
disproportional wings that just flap.
Yeah. And well, here's where it goes back to not being cute.
Okay.
And the faces of its victims screaming out from between its scales.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
A death mask dragon feeds on the essence of its victims when it kills them, which adds both their flesh and spirit to its body.
Jesus.
I think in my mind, this thing looks like a Dark Souls boss.
It
sounds like a Dark Souls boss.
That does sound like something you would find in a game like that. Bloodborne, Dark Souls, like just this, screaming faces and...
This like purpley dragon with centipede legs made out of human faces.
Oh my God.
Well, probably not just humans, but you know.
Just whatever victim it eats.
Sentient faces.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
I mean, people, demons, cows.
Whatever.
Who knows?
Other dragons.
Whatever it just decides to eat.
But so it has a death whale ability that does that cool thing where if you're afflicted by it, you take damage when you attack.
Oh boy.
Which sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I'm going to be talking about this one a lot. You will remember my enthusiasm for this one from the Tarask episode. It has a frightful presence, which a lot of these do.
Oh my God. Of course it does.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're big dragons. They're fucking scary.
I mean, fair.
And also a necrotic breath weapon.
Which is sweet, actually.
I do kind of enjoy that you get a lot of really interesting breath weapons from some of these.
Yeah.
So... we took our little pit stop in hell.
Yes.
Now we're gonna swing
Pit stop. That's where we started.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We stopped and got some snacks in hell.
Yeah, some flaming hot snacks. Can I say
Flaming
that?
hot faces.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we get like this taken down, then we know.
We
can't say flaming hot.
Yeah, we get some flaming hot essence in hell. And now we're going to go to the Astral Sea.
Oh, yay. That feels a little nicer, actually.
Yeah. So, Astral Dragons, which I'm going to say chromatic dragons. These are all chromatic dragons.
Okay.
All of these that we're going to talk about today, because they're in the book, Chromatic Dragons. Astral Dragons are chromatic dragons that are transformed after coming to the Astral Sea, which is where all the dominions of the gods are.
Right.
It's an outer...
And right? So this is when I said that 4th edition kind of fuckered the...
Fuckered?
Yes. I'm going to go with the word fuckered.
Not fucked?
It was fuckered.
Okay.
They fuckered with it.
They fuckered with it.
All right.
I'm going to go full redneck here.
I don't think that's full redneck. I feel like if you really wanted to go full redneck, you wouldn't be sitting here doing this right now.
Fair enough. Okay, half redneck. I'll go half redneck. Embracing my roots. They fuckered with the planes a lot and basically the astral sea kind of encompasses the outer planes.
Okay.
So just think of it that way.
Yeah, it's like the sea, and then the astral or the outer planes are like islands.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. You know, I gotta be honest though, I will agree they did kind of fuck her with it, but as a visual, I don't hate that visual.
No, as a visual, it's nice. It's just that it's the only thing that's
Yeah.
It was just an unnecessary change.
Yes.
Anyways.
So, but then they made the astral sea, and they were like, "What if we put dragons in here?" Which is what they did.
Astral sea dragons.
And it was noted that a lot of them end up in there because they have been commanded by a deity, like, "Hey, come see me here," or like, who doesn't want to go to heaven? So it's like a personal sense of duty was how it was described.
All right. I mean,
sure,
that's
as good a reason as any.
I would rather go there, I think, than the Nine Hells, but
I will also say that I could have probably talked about this a little more in the Drakelich episode. I didn't, sorry. But they, in 4th edition, which I don't hate this, and I might have time to talk about why I don't hate this later, they play a little faster and looser with dragons' alignments. So it isn't that all chromatic dragons are always evil, all metallic dragons are always good. So, I could say that even though
I appreciate that.
I could say that even though these are chromatic dragons, like, they might have felt like going to heaven, so.
Right.
So,
I mean, who doesn't, honestly? Like, the idea of being rewarded for your good deeds.
Exactly. Where would you... And it's not... They don't go here after death.
Right.
They go there. So anyway, we're going to start with battle dragons.
Okay.
Which are the kind of like warrior commanders of a variety of different gods. One of whom listed was Grumsh, which I thought was interesting. Hilarious. And they serve and like accompany their followers in battle. They resemble a mix of red dragons and gold dragons, which is like beautiful.
Yes.
The picture was like super epic. And they have like these great wings and like these big horns and like horns protruding from like other parts of their body, like spurs on their legs and shit.
Nice.
Jesus.
I will say one quick thing for 4th edition. The art in all of the books is beautiful.
This is true.
They had some really good art.
Especially like I had a 4th edition era book about dragons when I was a kid, and I literally looked at that thing all the time. I was enamored by the art. Taylor can confirm. Also, I'm pretty sure that book is one of the things that like got me into like the idea of doing fantasy art. Yeah. So beautiful,
Anyways.
beautiful art, beautiful dragon. So in battle, they are powerful warriors with another rival presence, as well as a battle cry that they use to bolster their allies. Basically, it gives all of their allies within range 10 temporary hit points, which is cool.
That's nice to be allied with a dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, no shit.
And as I mentioned, that 4th edition plays a little faster and looser with dragons' alignments. They can be of any alignment, and it didn't say this specifically, but I would imagine that they're probably in alignment with their whatever deity they serve.
Probably, yeah. Just because that tends to be how that kind of thing goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I would just kind of assume that that's how it went with them.
Yeah.
Most like other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just, especially if it's not listing, it's probably just...
Yeah. I would also imagine, well, I say imagine, this is where it...
You would imagine dragons?
Get out.
This is my house.
Get out of your own house. So this is where also it definitely reads to me as being a very divergent evolution situation, because the word bred is specifically used. They're bred for battle, as well as diverged being used in the introductory paragraph when they were talking about astral dragons. So this implies that the battle dragons that maybe your characters would be interacting with in campaign time are the descendants maybe of red dragons who came to the astral sea in like ages past.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
As opposed to like the abyssal dragons, which sound like they were transformed by the abyss from a chance encounter.
Yeah.
Like a young white dragon getting captured and taken down there, or a purple dragon, finding a planar veil deep underground and then turning into, draconic centipede Freddy Krueger. you know. But this,
The most beautiful of
I like it.
descriptions.
yeah, but this sounds like very much like, I would imagine there's even like a pedigree kind of going on.
Yeah, probably.
You
I
know?
suddenly find myself wanting to see an actual picture of a centipede Freddy Krueger now.
I don't.
I don't. Yeah. There also the other type of astral dragon presented here are pact dragons, which are descendants of red dragons who are part of a pact made between Tiamat and the Githyanki, who are inhabitants of the astral sea, who were originally slaves of the Illithid,
Right.
the mind flayers.
Poor Githyanki.
Yeah. So
And then they
basically,
wound up making friends with Tiamat.
yeah.
Not sure if you upgraded there, but
No, you did. You just got a different set of problems.
yeah, you just kind of shifted a little bit.
Yeah, so basically Tiamat was like, here's some red dragons. And so now, like, sometime later, these pack dragons have evolved in a way that they resemble regular red dragons, but are a little bit smaller. And they serve as, get this, the battle mounts of the Githyanki.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? Actually, they might have gotten a little bit of an upgrade. I mean, they get to ride dragons into battle now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Yeah.
sounds a hell of a lot better than Mind Slave.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
And then they remember that this is all like part of a deal with Tiamat, and they're like, oh, having less fun now.
Still
gonna
having
do it.
fun.
But less fun.
But a little less fun.
It's like when you're out having fun and then you remember you have to go to work later and you're like, oh.
Ah, damn it.
I
mean, still, riding a dragon, that's
Yeah. So
still fun.
Yeah.
so they get some cool like abilities that they can use with their rider, like as a mount. So like you get like damage transference, you know, cool things like that.
Yeah.
And they can also teleport within the astral sea.
That's frightening.
They remind me okay, y'all who like y'all are out there. I know you are. They remind me of the Pernese dragons from Dragon Riders of Pern, because they could. You guys aren't saying anything. I'm sure you're out there.
I know what you're
What I'm talking about.
referencing.
You know what I'm talking about.
I just never consumed the media.
I know nothing of what you're talking about.
It's a series. It's certainly a series. But yeah, I'm sure somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
I'm sure someone is out there.
Someone knows what I'm talking about.
Someone's out there for you.
Someone's out there for me.
I just have no idea what you're talking about, so.
Yep. Okay, so next we have elemental dragons.
Okay, yeah, I know what these are.
Yeah, you know, this is.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but I've actually looked into this a little bit.
Yeah, so elemental dragons are those that have been transformed by the raw energy of the elemental chaos,
Yeah.
which is an inner plane made out of elemental energy, basically.
And is literally just chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
the name is very appropriate.
Yeah.
And
Oh, man. So these things have been altered by this?
Yes.
Ooh.
So it says that while all inhabitants pretty much end up being shaped by the elemental chaos, chromatic dragons are more prone to it because they already have like an elemental quality to them.
That makes sense. I can understand the
So
reasoning there.
That's why some of these are like very, very wild. Yeah.
You mean like
Extreme.
yeah, okay.
I mean, like what?
I was gonna say like wild, like this is wild, y'all, or wild as in like untamable.
This is wild, y'all. And
Okay.
also untamable. Like, this is wild, y'all.
I would also guess that they would be a little untamable given the plane that they're in, I guess.
Yeah. So first we have blaze worms, which are basically dragon-shaped balls of fire. Like, they have a dragon head, but the rest of them is just kind of like an amorphous, like whip-shaped fire.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds terrifying? Question mark.
I mean, it does sound terrifying, but it also sounds amazing.
Yeah. Basically, in combat, they can teleport through fire, kind of. Like, they have an ability that produces, like, a firewall that they can teleport into.
Okay.
Yeah. And basically, they just like setting things on fire. They're just little arsonists.
So, me,
Yeah.
just as a Dragon.
They value arson more than they value their own lives because they'll fight to the death with something that is flammable. But if it's not flammable, they'll just run away from it.
Oh my god.
Which
they are dedicated to their craft.
Which was me playing Pokemon as a child.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All 4 fire moves on my Charizard and nothing else.
It's currently what I have. I'm pretty sure. No, I take that back. I have other things.
Yeah.
Y'all.
We're not gonna. We're not.
Don't know.
We're not going down that rabbit hole.
Y'all and balance is kind of not your thing.
This is not This is not our Pokemon cast. So they travel together in small. This is wild, y'all. They travel in small groups that every few years get together with other groups to basically have a gigantic fire orgy that produces what's called a mother blaze worm, which kind of hangs out for a couple weeks, which is basically a huge blaze worm, and then splits off into, quote, hundreds of blaze worms. There's a little bit that says,
okay,
this is said to be, quote, half again as many as initially combined, which I'm assuming was somebody wrote the word again and then got up and had lunch and then came back and just kept typing.
Probably?
Which I'm assuming this means half as many. So I don't know if their population just dwindles all the time. I don't know what's going on there. But the point is that they have a big fire orgy.
Well,
that is important, I guess.
I don't think that it's that their population would dwindle at that point. I mean, as long as...
But also, if it is half as many, that was at least a few hundred to like thousands of blaze worms in this fire orgy. So imagine that.
Yeah. That just means that every few years you have
just a
500, we'll just say, new blaze worms being created.
Well, but it says half as many. I don't know.
In any
I'm just
case.
taking it to think that it's half of the amount that was involved.
Yeah.
In the...
Yeah, so it's like a few hundred go away. In any case, It sounds pretty hot.
Literally.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually caught that one this time.
Okay.
I did. I just didn't want to acknowledge it.
Thank you.
I did.
So, next we have dragon eels, which are just as cool as they sound. They look like sea monsters.
Oh, good.
So they move through the air and water parts of the elemental chaos and sometimes find their way into the prime through like an ocean trench or like in a storm, which is like cool.
That is really cool.
Like just imagining this big gigantic storm and then suddenly just like plop into the water as a fucking sea monster.
There's just this sea monster that just appears like, what the fuck?
I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah. Travis, I feel like you'll really like this one. Instead of legs, it has fins and its wings look like the flaps of a manta ray.
Fuck yes.
They're manta ray dragons.
That sounds awesome.
It's Travis's dragon.
Yes.
It is my dragon. My people.
It's not, and we'll describe why in a second. So they can fly and swim with ease, and they also have a lightning elemental breath weapon.
Ooh.
So this just sea monster just like rears up out of the water and just opens its mouth and shoots lightning at you.
And it just goes away.
Yes, and then just like goes under the water again.
And your dad, so.
Or instead just like lifts up into the air and keeps flying.
Yeah, it's like bye.
Sea flap flap.
Sea flap
flaps.
And air flap flaps.
And air flap flaps. They have a particular taste for human flesh.
Oh!
And have been known both to pluck sailors from ships and then like fly away, or capsize the entire like affair by biting a hole through the hull. Like they go underwater and like bite a hole in the ship and wait for it to sink and then eat everybody.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So it probably would just try to eat you.
I mean, that's fair.
Yep. Next, because there's a few more of these than abyssal or astral dragons, we have tempest dragons, which are made entirely out of water. Therefore, they can take whatever shape they want because they're made out of water, but they prefer to take the shape of a transparent blue dragon, which I would also do if I had the choice.
That's a tough one for me.
It's a dragon made of water.
Yeah,
We have a dragon made of fire, and now we have a dragon made of water.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I had the ability to
Be anything?
be any shape, I don't know. I'd have to experiment, see what I like the best.
That's fair.
I'd be a triangle. So they engulf foes in their watery aura. There's a lot of auras in 4th edition, which basically produces difficult terrain and deals kind of like a whirlpool-ish damage.
Effect?
Yeah, it reminds me of Whirlpool from Pokemon. And can electrocute them with a lightning discharge, So, like, this thing just, like, traps you in this whirlpool and then electrocutes
And then just electrocutes you.
Just
like,
drops a fucking toaster in there.
Like, being trapped in the whirlpool is bad enough.
Calm down, my dude. Just like...
I mean, to be fair, this is, like, a very powerful encounter.
It's like,
so, like
flash fry, just...
Yeah, literally.
Done.
So if the tide of a fight is turning, they can also transform into a cloud of water droplets and run away.
Bitch.
Which is like...
Same.
It's just like, bye.
Bye. I mean, if it hasn't just already completely, like, what's it called? Flash frying?
Flash fry.
Yeah, if it hasn't already flash fried your entire party, it can just transform into a cloud of water droplets and run away.
Can you capture it with a bucket?
You just, like, capture it in, like, a jar.
Wait, what if you drank it?
Don't drink it.
I mean, it's made of water.
Piss dragon.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That'd be me if I was a dragon. Just a dragon made out of piss. That's
Jesus
disgusting.
Christ.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're not.
That just, like, that thought just came
Okay,
to
listen.
my mind.
Our Beholder episode hit like the epitome of gross. I really don't think Piss Dragon is gonna...
That's true. But I feel like we should leave that where it lies.
Yep.
Next, we have one of my favorite things that I discovered from this episode.
Oh, no.
Which are called pyroclastic dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, the name itself sounds...
Dope.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So it said that they are found in the most tumultuous areas of the chaos.
Okay.
Tumultuous.
That's a fun word.
They feed on molten ores, which is like so, like, that's such a good dragon thing.
Yeah.
Like eating ores.
Just eating molten copper.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they do have a taste for flesh, though, don't worry.
Oh, I was concerned.
Yeah. Pyroclastic dragons are essentially living volcanoes, and they're made of molten rock in the shape of a red dragon. A lot of red dragons here in the chaos.
Fuck?
They vent poisonous gases from their body, like a volcano.
Okay.
Which, is that point, is it poisonous or venomous? It's probably poisonous.
I think it's still
though.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Since you would breathe
You're
it.
still, like, inhaling it.
Yeah.
Attack with their breath weapon that's essentially lava.
Okay.
Like, it will scorch you, and then it'll, like, solidify
Like, harden.
on you and slow you down, cause earthquakes, and erupt when physically attacked. If you, like, do enough damage to this thing, part of it will erupt and hurt you. These things
I have no response.
These things are crazy.
Fuck.
Gigantamax colossal right here.
Yeah. Just in the shape of... Crap, what is the... I don't remember the name of that dragon now.
Shuggler?
No, Pokemon.
Oh.
Dragonite, Dragapult, Tyrannosaur.
Is it an actual dragon type? Drampa.
Drampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just picturing Drampa, but...
On fire.
Or like a Chinese dragon, since it's kind of
Yeah, like a lung. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's specifically a red dragon, so it's like a European dragon with wings, but also a pyroclastic lung would be super
This
cool.
shit is insane. I love it.
Bananas. So,
no, I'm done.
no, we can't sing that.
Damn it.
So, next, we are going to take a trip to one of everybody's favorite locales, but particularly Taylor's. We're going to take a pit stop in the Feywilds.
Yay!
But before we do that, we need to take a pit stop at our ad break.
No.
All right, yeah, let's do it so we can
Yeah.
get back to the Fae.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out this episode about Planar Dragons. I know,
Woo.
I'm sorry I'm holding us up and going to the Feywilds, but we just have some things we have to talk about real quick.
I'm eager to get there, so let's hurry it up.
Yeah, let's
Taylor
go.
wants to go to the Feywilds. She's like, are we there yet? We're not. If you are enjoying the podcast, please consider supporting us on Patreon at Dungeonpedia. We have a $1 tier, which is just our undying gratitude. And we also have a $5 tier where you can look at our notes
Yay!
for how you think those will be.
Which at this point I realize have not been updated yet. I'm trying to get everything into like one organized file before I
Start
go
doing
and
that.
upload more of them.
Fortunately, I have a bad habit of keeping the notes on my laptop and then not giving them to Travis.
Yeah.
And I also have a bad
happens.
habit of keeping them on my desktop instead of my laptop or vice versa, depending on where I'm working.
It's like we don't have a shared drive that we can put them in.
Right?
Yeah. We're trying.
Oh, we're trying our best.
But anything's
greatly appreciated.
Anything is greatly appreciated.
And just goes back into trying to improve this show and make it something that you guys want to continue to listen to.
Correct. If you're interested, we do have our actual play podcast that we've been doing for a good
month. Toe? Now?
good month toe.
Toe?
Toes? No, we don't have those on the internet yet.
No, for a good, I think it's been almost 2 months now, hasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Time isn't real.
Either way, we do have our actual play podcast that we've been doing for a while called Projectile Dysfunction. Yes, there is a lot of dysfunction.
Yep.
Projectiles included.
Some projectiles, but mostly dysfunction.
We have a Twitter for that, which is @ProjectileCast. Go follow there and
consume more Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, you can get all the updates for that there, because obviously we're not going to take too much time in our ad break on this one.
Right. Speaking of Twitter, we have one. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Dungeonpedia. That's, we got lucky with that. You can find us on pretty much any website at Dungeonpedia.
Except ones we're not on.
Except for ones we're not on, but, that's okay. You can email us at dungeonpedia.podcast@gmail.com. There we receive,
anything.
Episode suggestions. We've had a few reviews and critiques that we've so appreciated receiving. Thank you for those, by the way.
Yes. Comments.
Concerns
about what we've covered as well.
Corrections.
Sharing in your enthusiasm for dragons.
Yes.
Yes, you can do that too. Especially if it's long-formed like Llewyn's.
Yeah.
You can subscribe to us wherever you listen to get notifications of our new episodes. That way you're not waiting for us to post, hey, it's live. You can just get the notification.
We tend to wait until that perfect hour to post to Twitter, but before then, you can hear about it.
Yeah.
If you're subscribed.
Your phone will let you know, hey, it's live. Have a listen. While you're there, on any platform that actually allows it, you can rate us, leave a review. Those are helpful for getting us out there, getting us noticed. But more importantly than that is spreading the word.
Yeah, and on that note, we've actually gotten a lot of people
shout-outs on Twitter that have been very, very kind. Thank you. We have had shout-outs from Dave the Human at Not a Space Lizard. I think he might be a space lizard. Maybe. Ari Foxkit at Ari the Foxkit.
Thank you, Ari.
Thank you. Traveler Farlander at TW Farlan. And that DM guy at Tito Totita?
Anthony, how do you pronounce your last name?
Yeah, we really are not totally sure how to pronounce the last name, and we don't want to butcher it. Yeah. Sorry if we did.
I tried two, so hopefully one of them was right.
So, thank you to everyone who shouted us out. I can't even say thank you enough. Thank you for the reviews on iTunes.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to Alexander Nakarada for our theme song, Blacksmith.
Thank you.
Yes, it has been
a favorite.
All right, I guess with that, we will stop torturing Taylor and let's get back to the episode and learn about some Fey dragons.
Yes!
To the
Feywilds.
All right, I need to know.
To the Feywilds. All right.
What do the Feywilds hold in store for us?
Dragons. Here there be dragons.
Everywhere there be dragons.
Everywhere there be dragons. When you're friends with Llewyn. So Feywild dragons, like pretty much everything else in the Feywild, are basically exaggerated dragons.
Right.
And, charged with arcane power. Like everything in the Feywild's magical.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it says those dragons hatched in the Fey, even more so. So some of them are born in the Feywilds, and some of them are echoes, essentially, of dragons that exist in the Prime.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty common with the Feywilds. They're like...
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, this just exists just because something similar exists in the Prime.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like that... It's like that mirror... of the Prime, but
that's twisted a little bit.
Yeah, and with the saturation turned up.
Yeah.
Essentially. So the first are fairy dragons.
Yeah.
Spelled the good way to spell fairy, with the E's. Fairy dragons are creatures of bright iridescent colors that fly around in flocks looking for fun and mischief because they're
Yes. Because they're fairies.
Because they're little fairies. It said that their origins are not they're like the echoes that I talked about.
Right.
They're not planar, or they're not like dragons from the prime that entered the Feywilds, but they're echoes of prime dragons. They come in fairy dragons, come in two varieties. Flitterwings, which are dog-sized dragons that teleport around and explode in like colorful clouds when they're slain. They're kind of like blink dogs, but dragons.
I love them.
I know, and they're so cute. They look like little butterflies.
They all just look so colorful and pretty
And adorable.
This is the realist dragon fairy type.
Yes.
I'm referencing Pokemon a lot. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you don't consume Pokemon for these past several episodes.
You shouldn't consume Pokemon, though. That's immoral. Nobody in the Pokemon world eats meat. Because that's sad to think about.
That is incorrect.
It's incorrect, but it makes me sad to think about. Anyway, also another type of fairy dragon are wind gleams, which are like bigger. I think they're bigger. Yeah, they're bigger. And they can also be, as opposed to like just teleporting, they can also become invisible.
Ooh.
So they kind of, both of these types prefer to avoid combat. So like wind gleams will, turn invisible and like try to avoid getting in a fight. And both prefer to like use various methods to lead aggressors away from their territory. Sometimes intentionally leading them into other people's territory because they know that those people can deal with it better.
Yeah.
So these
are like low level encounters.
Kind of like pixies.
Yeah, they're kind of like pixies. They just kind of flit around and
they like to cause mischief. They avoid
combat
or conflict, and if a threat comes near their home or anything, they will do whatever they can to lure them away.
Yeah, exactly. They don't like to fight. Then you have mirage dragons, which are, this is one of my favorite types that I found in doing this. These are beautiful green dragons, potentially descended from green dragons, with colorful manes of feathers, kind of like a crest almost, like under their horns. And they hide away in like untouched, unsettled forests because they don't
like people.
They don't like people. They're like me. They largely prefer not to interact with anybody else, but they're often close with Eladrin.
Nice.
Because they have that they basically have like an elven spirit. Yeah, Travis just pulled up a picture of it. It's so beautiful.
Nice.
It is. I think anyone who can safely.
Yeah, look up pictures of all of these.
Look up pictures of these because I've been kind of just going through looking them up.
Some of them look so cool.
Fucking cool.
But they kind of have that same elven spirit of like independence that Eladrin do. So they're oftentimes close with like, especially like noble families of Eladrin.
Yeah.
So mirage dragons utilize a frightful presence because as beautiful as they are, they're also very strong.
And big dragons.
They are
big dragons.
Big dragons.
And they have a mirage power, basically, that produces difficult terrain around them. And also a breath weapon that has a charming effect.
Nice.
And a venomous bite. So they're very dangerous, very strong combatants, but they prefer to not fight, which is why they're so reclusive. Well, that and they don't like interacting with people.
Yeah.
But
so my question with their mirage ability, is that a like constant effect, or is that something that they have to activate?
It says standard, sustain minor, encounter. So I'm assuming that means that they do have to sustain it. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly how sustain effects work. I don't know if it's like basically a concentration check.
If I can interpret that, the way I'm interpreting it is kind of as like it's their default, but they can switch it on and off basically.
And I believe don't encounter powers have a specific number of uses?
I believe so. They either have a specific number of uses or they recharge once every 1d4 rounds or 1d6 rounds.
So at least the way that works in 5th edition, like for instance, the way it works for a blink dog, and this is another possibility, is that if a blink dog uses its one use of teleport, it can recharge the teleport when it goes to bite somebody after it rolls a certain number.
Yeah,
for the bite damage.
Because the description, and it's also described as a burst. So I think it's like because the initial burst attack does damage. So I think they use it and then have to sustain it and can potentially only use it a certain number of times per encounter or something like that.
Still pretty
But they're like
nifty, though.
They're pretty dangerous, but they prefer to not fight, which is why they are so reclusive. Then we have wretch dragons, which are the slaves of the Fomorians. Which Fomorians, I didn't look too much into them because I didn't really know anything about them when I saw this. But they're essentially the dark echoes of Titans that live in the Feydark.
Yes.
Okay.
So these wretch dragons descended from the echoes of purple dragons, which, if you recall, live underground in the Prime, and have like psychic powers. So they're chunkers. They are described as being covered in an extra layer of fat because they have been overfed by their Fomorian masters. So they're like chunky.
Oh, that's nice.
What are these things called again?
Wretch dragons.
Wretch dragons. See, I was thinking that it was going to be like a zombie or something.
Well, here's where the wretch part comes in. They are covered in growths.
Oh.
Yeah, that was one of the words that was used as growths.
Oh.
So, despite their gruesome appearance, they are highly intelligent. They can pull foes towards them using an ability called Wretched Curse. They can teleport using their psychically charged breath weapon, which, by the way, all of the Feywild dragons can. It's kind of like the Blink Dog's bite attack, I guess, where it's like they use it. Well, it's like the opposite. They use it and then can teleport.
Huh.
Whereas Blink Dogs, like, they can teleport and then attack.
Yeah.
So, not only do they have those abilities, but when they become bloodied, the growths on their bodies burst with, like, attacks, which, you know, cover their attacker in necrotic nastiness. They're nasty.
Damn.
The only thing I can find is this chubby dragon from...
Yeah, there's not a lot of art about wretch dragons.
Well,
even on the Forgotten Realms wiki
pick
page, there's not even like a link to click on for the wretch dragon.
Well,
Yeah, it's just a chubby drinking dragon from the plane of Elysium. That's the only thing I can find.
Huh. Well,
I guess in this case, just use your imagination. That sounds fucking gross, though.
I mean, if I was an artist, I would probably rather draw a mirage dragon than a wretch dragon, so...
True, but some people are into drawing gross stuff.
I would very much like to see a rendition of a wretch dragon.
Yeah,
but
if you've seen one, feel free to tweet it at us.
yeah, I would
please.
like to actually see it.
So, next, we're taking another pivot into opposite land like we did earlier, and we're going to the Shadowfell.
Yay!
Because that is the
Opposite.
Yeah, that's the dark edit on the Prime.
Yeah.
The dark edit.
So there's
We're done with the neon pastel.
Yeah, we're done with the neon. Now we're into the goth edit. So the draconic denizens of the Shadowfell were described as being like terrifying enough in their home plane.
Right.
Much less if they ended up in the Prime somehow. And also apparently have a deep and abiding hatred for light and life as concepts. So,
Yeah.
that's cool.
All right, I mean, they're...
I wonder what the Raven Queen thinks of these guys just hanging out. I wonder what she thinks about that.
She might not think anything of it, really.
Yeah.
Well, she should.
Oh.
First, we have blight dragons, which reside in the wastelands of the Shadowfell, and their mere presence just saps life from things around them, and it turns the landscape from whatever it was to just dust and bones. Like plants wither as they walk by.
Jesus.
And animals just like keel over and die and then just rapidly decompose into like blanched bones.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of when you're walking around in Okami as a Matarasu. So in combat, their bite deals necrotic damage like a Komodo dragon. I don't know if that actually translates, but that's what happens in real life with Komodo dragons.
Right.
That's what I think of it as, because it's not poison, it's bacteria.
Right.
Their breath is a hot wind of dust. Oh my goodness, I did not lead in this properly. Blight dragons are echoes of brown dragons.
Oh, okay.
Which was why I clarified about brown dragons earlier. Recall that they live in the desert and have a breath weapon of like a hot desert wind with dust and stuff in it.
Okay. That makes more sense now.
Yeah, they can leech energy from their foes with their bite. No, it's not with their bite. It's a ranged attack. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
We got to the Shadowfell and I got so excited that now I'm just like...
So excited.
I'm just like, I'm struggling to read. So,
it happens.
And also, they have a fragile presence.
Oh, what a surprise.
Naturally.
Yeah, what a surprise. Because they're scurry. And they can also, like, whip up a dust cloud that they can use to cover their tracks while they escape, if they did want to escape a battle. Next.
Which I get the feeling they don't have the same fear as the Fey dragons of fighting.
Probably. And they're also very strong. So, next we have Shadow Dragons, which are actually the last of these special kinds that we're going to talk about today. Oh. They lurk in the ruined cities of the Shadowfell and enslave other denizens of the Shadowfell as their servants.
Ooh.
You know, it was described as like a lot of them have like undead servants.
Yeah.
But apparently they have a particular fondness for enslaving the Shadar Kai.
Oh.
Which is why the Raven Queen should care about these.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah. They resemble a black dragon, but have a crest of backwards-facing horns and spines instead of frontward-facing, which black dragons have. Regular dragon episode incoming one day. Maybe.
Is it?
No, it is. I've just been holding off.
Oh, yeah.
And then, whatever. They also have a swimming fin on their tails. So they, like, hide in the shadows. They're described as basically kind of blending in with the shadows because they have, like... Their hide is black, but their scales are, like, transparent. Mm-hmm. So you see, like, their hide through their scales. It's pretty cool. So they'll hide in the shadows and, like, stalk their targets, you know? They don't fight fair, they fight dirty. And they use an ability called Globes of Darkness to basically create patches of darkness that they can teleport in between, which I kind of thought of this as, like I combined that with, like, the detail of their swimming fin on their tail. Mm-hmm. So I like to think of it as, like, they're swimming through the shadows.
They're just like swimming through this,
like, inky blackness.
That is a pretty, like...
Nice visual.
Cool visual.
Yeah, and they're described as being, like, even more, basically just, like, a dragon, but, like, worse. They're even more, like, greedy and... you know, assholey.
I'm just curious how you can get more greedy because, I mean, dragons are inherently just greedy. Like, they hoard everything that they find valuable.
I'm guessing, like, if I had to guess, logistically how, just less self-preservation. Basically, the greed takes a higher priority in their list of needs.
Or, like, you can be greedy, but not, like, completely, like, maliciously avaricious. Kind of like me. Like, I'm greedy, but I wouldn't, like, kill someone for money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, these guys would absolutely just mug someone.
Just mug a bitch.
Also, their fondness for Shadar Kai. Shadar Kai can also, like, ride them as mounts, which is, like...
Pretty cool.
What? That's so cool.
I'm so just, like, confused on that one though because they enslaved the Shadow Card.
Well, they're like they're like their warriors too. It's not just like servants for them to like bring them food. They're also like warriors.
Okay, because I was like, if they're just slaves, why the hell are they letting them ride them?
I mean,
it's probably
think about our relationship with horses. Horses are scary.
Are we slaves to horses?
No.
Horses are scary. What? Horses are scary, guys.
That's what you just implied. I'm just saying.
Yeah, horses are scary. I'm telling you. We think we're the ones in control, but I've seen their eyes. They're dead. I'm kidding. If you like horses, I'm kidding. But horses are a little scary. Every horse I've ever looked at would sell me to Satan for one corn chip.
I wonder if that's just a you thing or a horse thing.
I think that might
Are you saying everyone around me would sell me to Satan for one corn
No,
chip?
I'm saying every horse would. There's a difference.
They just looked at me and they're like, this bitch.
I've looked at several horses over my life, and I've never thought once that they were evil. Or that they would sell me to Satan for one corn chip.
I mean, I respect horses. I do. I promise. But I feel like they're also a little scary.
I mean, they got a lot of power.
Yeah.
Like, they can kick.
They will break your fucking neck. Either by kicking you or bucking
we
you
know
off.
a guy who got kicked in the neck by a horse and was in a coma for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then woke up and his voice was completely different.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they're scary.
Initially, he woke up and didn't have a voice for like 2 years. He couldn't talk. They reconstructed his vocal cords.
Anyway,
in conclusion, respect horses because they're scary and they will.
And respect the
Shadow Dragon.
shadow dragons because
they're
Yeah.
scary.
they're scary.
So, that is all of these that I
Can get through today.
That's all. Yeah. Well, that's all the planar dragons that are in this. So I meant to do planar dragons and then other, but it turned into just planar dragons. So I have thoughts briefly
Okay.
about some things that were briefly touched upon also in the Dracolich episode. But I think that there is a little bit of a contrast in how dragons are presented, particularly in 4th edition, than in other editions. And I think it is this picture that dragons in this fill a little bit more of a role that is more often filled by humanoid races, in that I feel like you find in this that dragons that are victims of more than just like their own greed and their own like personal shortcomings. Like, I feel like in this, you find dragons that are literally like victims of something.
Yeah.
Like what were they called? The Frostforged worms,
Yeah.
are literally victims of like kidnapping.
Yeah.
And as we talked about in the Dracolich episode,
The early renditions of the Dracoliches.
yeah, and even like the ones in 4th edition also, but like you said, going back to the oldest renditions of Dracoliches, where it was definitely like the cult's idea.
Yeah.
And, for a while, dragons would be physically forced or, coerced into undergoing this ritual. That sounds more medical.
I
but
think you could consider
You could call it a
procedure.
procedure, yeah.
yeah, don't worry, the Dracolich procedure went well. I would like to have the Dracolich procedure done to me. But, and I feel like that presents a contrast to some other portrayals of dragons that you see, where they're not infallible because they can be victims of their own greed and their own arrogance. But I feel like it presents a contrast that almost makes them feel more human.
Yeah. No, I was thinking that that's the word that you were leading up to. For sure, yeah.
Because I've consumed a lot of media about dragons.
A lot.
Ever since I've been fascinated by dragons ever since I was a child. Like, people talk about like horse girls, dolphin girls. I was a dragon girl.
Llewyn was the dragon girl.
And I've seen a lot of portrayals of dragons that I feel like fall into the portrayal of dragons that I think I see more often in D&D, where they're not probably going to be brought down by anything other than their own greed or just like honorable combat. You know what I mean? But I feel like this presents a picture of dragons that I have also consumed in other media where they're a lot more human, because I feel like they can be taken advantage of by other people, or like the battle dragons, like, they're these like pedigreed like war generals. And I feel like that's something really different that doesn't exist
anywhere else
in other maybe forms, where it's like dragons are just these like big, powerful, almost infallible creatures. And at first I kind of balked when I was reading about like how Dracoliches were being presented in 4th edition, which I do still stand by some of the things I said, that I thought some of it was stupid and needed to be expanded on more. But I don't hate the idea of maybe them having been taken advantage of by a cult or being captured by demons or, something like that. Because,
what have you.
Exactly. Because I feel like it's a very interesting thing to do, to portray them as being closer to like a human.
Yeah, for sure.
If that makes sense. And that's what I really enjoyed about this, is that it felt like you had a lot of these different variations that were created in so many different ways that, like, I feel like kind of worked. Like,
yeah,
actually worked.
They're not all presented as, like you said earlier, just the straight,
crazy,
infallible, greedy monster that
your party is going to fight, and that's you won, and that's the end of it. You slayed the dragon.
Yeah, they're presented in a way that, like, if your party is researching the Nine Hells and suddenly they come across the story of the frost worms.
Yeah, the Frostforge worms.
The Frostforge worms, that they're not going to think we need to kill them.
They might think we need to help.
They're probably going to think, oh shit, that's horrible.
Sucks.
We should take care of that while we're there.
Yeah, we should help this. And, you know, and that they kind of all, and I know that, like, the different colors of dragons sometimes act different, but you have, like, you know, like the blaze worms. If they think they can set you on fire, they're not going to run away. But then you have, like, you know, another dragon that'll whip up a dust cloud to get away. And then you have some that, you know, they fight with other people and they, you know, they bolster their allies with a battle cry. And it's just like, these feel like different people to me.
Yeah.
And I love dragons.
And then, of course, you have the, like, opposite end of the fairy dragons.
Yeah, who, like, they don't want to fight at all.
They're not going to fight you at all if they can. They're going to run, or if you present yourself in a manner of, like, I'm obviously not here to kill you.
Yeah, they'll
might
talk to
be
you.
able to actually talk to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, they'll some of them, like, especially the little ones, they'll even play tricks on you, like pixies do. You know what I mean?
Adorable.
I know. It just, to me, I know that some people might have a problem with 4th edition deciding to, and I'm still about them playing fast and loose with the rules about Dracoliches, but I don't have a problem with them playing fast and loose a little bit more with the alignments, because even though it was created that it's like, these are the chromatic dragons, they're the spawns of Tiamat, these are the metallic dragons, they were created by Bahamut, blah, 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 you know, in their war of good versus evil, I just feel like dragons are such a cultural staple, and they are so intelligent, you know, high-thinking creatures, that it makes more sense and appeals more to me that there are a lot more of these examples that read to me as individuals.
Yeah.
More than just like, this is a red dragon. Red dragons are always evil, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot more sense, especially when you factor in how intelligent they really are. I feel like at some point you would have a random chromatic dragon be like,
I don't want to eat people.
Yeah, I actually don't want to follow, like, this evil side. Instead, I see the plight of this other race that we're causing. I would rather help them.
Yeah.
Or a metallic dragon who just wants to be a chaotic asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I can see either way of that. It just, they're so intelligent.
And plus, like, dragon volcano. Come on.
That is just still bizarre. What the hell was that thing called again?
A pyroclastic dragon.
Pyroclastic dragon. I mean, the name itself would strike fear
It's
into
so cool.
like everybody.
But that's just my 2 cents on the
dragons.
Yeah, and the kind of expansion of alignments for dragons and these special types of dragons that have been shaped by being in other planes. I love dragons, y'all.
I know, I do too.
I know, I love dragons.
Dragons are really cool. I do enjoy them.
Thank you for listening to me. I'm getting off my soapbox now.
Get emotional about dragons.
Llewyn gets emotional about dragons, the episode.
Last time I got angry. This time I just got emotional.
I mean, anger is still an emotion.
True.
Yeah. This is just like emotion, though. Like, my emotion is...
raw emotion.
My emotion is emotion.
Anger leads to hate.
Hate leads to suffering.
Suffering leads to pain.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Llewyn's dark side path is,
dragons.
dragons.
My dark side path is dragon content. Anyway. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you. This was a little bit of a deep cut for me there at the end. So, enjoy that.
Don't forget to follow us on our various social media platforms where you might encounter more ramblings about dragons.
Of this, whatever this is.
Whatever.
Thank you to Ari Foxkit, again, at Ari the Foxkit on Twitter, for suggesting this. Part 1, I guess, of your suggestion, maybe. I hope this satisfied you. I hope this is what you wanted.
If not, we have multiple parts coming out for your suggestions. So
Yeah.
Incoming.
If you want to suggest something like Ari Foxkit did, send us an email at dungeonpedia.podcast@gmail.com.
Or tweet us, that works too.
Or tweet us.
It works. Tell your friends.
Thank you so much to everyone who has been shouting at us out recently.
Yes, we have a more expensive list in our ad break.
If you didn't listen to that, go back and listen.
If you wanted to hurry up and skip to the Feywilds, which, like, fair.
Yep, fair enough. But that being said, thank you once again for listening, and we will catch you here next week on Dungeonpedia.
A little butterfly dragon.
I know.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
And a lava dragon.
Lava dragon.
Or, I'm sorry, a volcano dragon.
Eel dragons. And
Dragon.
dragon.